So what I had happened this week is that I had a customer contact me and give me feedback on a project that I've been working on for the last 1 or 2 weeks. It was a very long text, it was a very huge project, and the important thing, it was something that I had never done before in this particular kind of way. And what he basically gave me was feedback that there were 1 or 2 pieces that I really screwed up, that I really missed, and that I really had to work over again because I didn't do it great enough. And I was very disappointed at myself when I heard that. I was sort of angry at myself. And that day I really beat myself up for 3-4 hours. It really hurt me, right? And that day, it was an interesting day, emotional up and downs, like being angry at myself, being sad, being disappointed. It was a good friend of mine too, that customer, so I felt that I disappointed them. But of course, after getting some feedback that day and really talking to a mentor of mine, I had one realization, and that one was really this big thought for me this week. So that thought was that the only way to walk through life is to start walking before you can walk. So in short, what do I mean by this? Well, if you think of how does a baby learn how to walk, right? Well, first it starts sort of to be upright and to stand on both of its feet, and then it tries to start walking. And what happens, of course, is often the baby will probably fall down. It might hurt himself or herself. But when it falls down, it gets back up. And over time, it learns how to walk better and better and better and better. And eventually, of course, as we all do, we learn how to walk. And when we learn how to walk, we also learn how to walk better. And that someday we can go running. And we can do all kinds of things because we learned how to walk. And I realized that's basically how we do anything and how we learn anything in life, is that we, and here's my next important saying is, like, you've all probably heard that we say, well, I'm doing what I can, or we are doing what we can. And I realized this week, this is actually not true. Of course, you can do the best you can, but the point is, it's not that we do that we're doing what we can, but it's the other way around. It's actually that we can what we do, or we can what we do often enough, repeatedly enough, ideally under good supervision by a competent person who knows what they're talking about, right? And what I really want to share with you this week is that the point is that if you wait until you're perfect at something, until you do it, you will never get there, because you cannot perfect anything if you're not doing it, right? You cannot fill your mind with theories and expect to do it right the first time, because you learn a skill by doing it, getting feedback, and then improving it. Is there something that you've always wanted to do, that you've always wanted to try out, that you've always wanted to get really good at, but because you were maybe afraid of not being able to be perfect at it, not being able to do it right the first time, maybe you were afraid of how you look or how you will appear to others when you start doing this, and because of this you've held yourself back and you haven't done the thing that you always were curious, at least, about doing. Is there something like that? And if there is, then maybe ask yourself the question, what is it, right? Maybe you want to write it down, maybe you want to sit down today and take some time to think of this. And how would it be for you if you actually just started doing this, right? Just start doing that. And the truth is, you will not be great at it probably the first time that you do it. But once again, it's not that it's not important that you can do it, it's important that you do it. Because the more you do it, the better you will get at it. And if you want to be able to do it, you first have to start doing it. That's the point of this. like if you want to be able to walk, you first have to start walking, right? And often enough we will have to fall down and we will have to get back up again. And just to give you a small example, me doing this video is probably a great example of this. I've really never done that before. I've always been wanting to do that, but I was always thinking I should do this first, I need this, I need that, but here I am just doing this video because I finally want to start walking. I want to get better at this, and I want to also share some good and inspirational thoughts with you. In the hope of having done that, I really invite you, if you have, what are your thoughts on this? How do you see this quote? Is there anything that you get out of this video? And I'd be happy to read or hear about your thoughts. Maybe leave me a comment down below, write me a message, or let me know in any other way if you could get some value out of this video, which I hope you did. I wish you a great Sunday, and yeah, see you soon.